Now, Washington Mornings on the Mall. And AM 630.
Good morning, 7:07. You're listening to Mornings on the Mall with Brian and Brian. You may notice a little change in the way we're describing the show, and that is because Mary Catherine Ham has decided that she was going to move on and take on some new opportunities. I can't tell you how much I have enjoyed over the last 6 months or so getting to know and work with Mary Catherine, and we wish her only the very best. I want to mention she did tweet about this morning, and she actually said nice things about you and me.
I know.
Hot, go figure.
She's a deeply talented person. We love her professionally and personally and wish her nothing but the best.
Yeah.
Joe Digenova, our legal expert, joins us now. There's a lot to get into about what's going on in the administration when it comes to fighting the war on terrorism. And I wanted to start with the Attorney General, Eric Holder, he's going to have a big speech today at Northwestern, and he's going to lay out exactly what the legal framework is for killing or targeting American citizens overseas. This, of course, is connected to Anwar al-Awlaki, who is an American citizen who was in Yemen and who was killed by the CIA in a drone attack. Apparently, the administration. First, the question is, for me at least, is why is it happening now, and why didn't it happen before they actually took out al-Awlaki? Because they made the decision that they could do this quite some time ago. But why is it? Why do you think it's happening now to lay out the framework?
I would call this the 2012 political charm offensive. Just remember, this is happening the day after the President of the United States basically said Israel is free to bomb Iran at the AIPAC meeting. I mean, he gave a green light yesterday, the President did, to the Israelis by recognizing their right as a country to make independent judgments about the preservation of their territorial integrity and their right to exist. The Eric Holder thing is politically done in order to create an answer to their critics on the left. The critics have been screaming about the fact that Harold Koh, who is the legal counsel to the State Department, spent 4 years condemning George Bush and everybody for killing people overseas and for abusing the authorization for the use of military force enacted by Congress to justify just about everything in the war on terror. Well, la-di-da, guess what? This administration has just adopted, as of today, lock, stock, and barrel, every single bit of the George W. Bush, DOJ, DOD, CIA, NSA program for interception, assassination, military force, you name it. Any distance between this administration and the Bush administration is now gone.
All right. Now here's the question then. How legal is it? Now, according to the AP, the administration is saying this is legal under a joint congressional resolution that passed right after 9/11.
September the 18th.
Okay, that allows them to use force in any way necessary to prevent terror attacks.
Right.
All right. So does that mean then that if there is an American citizen here in the United States who may be a terrorist and may be planning something, that the use of deadly force can be used against that person as well? Do they have to be overseas?
No, it does mean that deadly force can be used here because that person, if they are affiliated with even if they're a lone wolf who took guidance from a website from Al-Qaeda, can be killed because they are covered under the logic that's used here, because they are unlawful combatants. They are not in uniform. They are terrorists, and they can be shot. They are not entitled to the Geneva Convention. They can be summarily executed, even if they're arrested. Of course, that would never happen. If they were arrested, they would be, and of course now they're going to put them in the civilian court system rather than military commissions. Yes, you can kill an American in the United States.
I go back and forth on this. Are you uneasy about this? I mean,
No, I'm not.
You're not?
Absolutely not. I am not, and I'll tell you why. Because unless you believe that we are at war, then this will cause problems for you. This is not conventional war. This is war of a different kind. No territory involved. There's no government on the other side. It is people across the globe who want to kill Americans, who want to kill Jews, who want to kill anybody who doesn't agree with their radical view of Islam. Now, that doesn't mean this should be done willy-nilly.
Yeah.
But I am firmly convinced that the killing of al-Awlaki was carried out after very careful consideration about the ramifications of it, because I know how punctilious Harold Coe would be about such a decision.
Right.
He was so angry about the way the Bush administration carried out such decisions. And by the way, the Bush administration didn't kill a single American overseas.
But you are throwing due process out the window when you do this.
Well, this is not a court system. This is war. You either believe you're at war or you're not. I have no problem with this. It doesn't mean that I don't want accountability. There should be oversight. Congress should have access to all the decision-making stuff. They should know exactly how someone was eventually targeted. I don't think Congress has the right to know ahead of time, but I do think they have a right to know after the fact, so that if they disagree, they can have they can have a confrontational secret hearing about it. And the Democrats have demanded access to these legal memorandum justifying this, published by the Justice Department, and apparently Dianne Feinstein says they haven't gotten them yet.
All right, let's talk about war of a different kind. War on the football field, where Greg Williams, former defensive coordinator for the Washington Redskins, is under scrutiny because he had a bounty system in place where he told his guys, you take that guy out, there'll be a little extra something in your paycheck at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Are there any legal ramifications to this?
There could be. There could be, because what will be interesting is to see what Roger Goodell is going to do about this. This is clearly in violation of NFL policy, and it's in violation of the collective bargaining agreement. It's in violation of everything that the NFL stands for, because what he was doing was he was using an extra compensation package not covered by the collective bargaining agreement or the owners' agreements to purposely injure someone and take them out of the game. Now, there have been instances where the use of force in pro sports has been prosecuted.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey is one of the best examples, where hockey sticks or baseball bats have been used, or purposeful beating, which led to very serious injury. This is on the cusp of that, and I think the NFL has a duty to conduct an investigation using all the former FBI agents that work for them and do drug testing and all that stuff, and find out about this and take testimony under the rules which give the NFL commissioner the power to fire people, ban them from the game. My view would be, if Greg Williams did this, he should be banned from football.
Period.
He should never coach again. He should be out, and he should be banned from football. And if the NFL commissioner doesn't do this, then all of this phony baloney stuff about head injuries and all that stuff is just nonsense.
Wow.
He should be banned from football.
Lifetime ban.
There is no place in professional football for purposeful injury of people outside the rules of the game. And make no mistake about it, this was outside the rules of the game, and if the NFL does not ban him from football for life, they are inviting this to happen again.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they could always throw away 1 year suspension.
Not enough.
Not enough. All right.
His desire was to theoretically ruin someone's career early. And suppose he decided, I want you to take out Tebow, and I want to make sure you give him the worst concussion he's ever had. First of all, that's a crime, number one. And number two, it ruins everything that football is about. This guy is a disgrace. He should be banned from football.
Strong feelings this morning from Joe Digenova.
I love football, but I don't love people like Greg Williams.
All right. Joe Digenova, our legal expert. Always great to talk to you, Joe. Thanks.
Okay.